Install Manager. We'll go ahead and say no right now. We'll do a restart later. Okay. Let's go ahead and start our browser. And we've gotten rid of all the toolbars. We did go to Yahoo because that is selected as our default page. The last thing we need to do is to disable our pop-up blocker. Now we're just going to turn it off right now. We can go back in and reconfigure it to where it will work with Clientbase browser specifically, but during the load process it's just easier to turn it off. Our next topic is running Clientbase browser diagnostics. We'll go ahead and minimize this. We'll go back to user. And we'll select this because this is where we're headed to. We'll go ahead and bring our browser back up. And we'll go ahead and log into our TRAMS website. Before we do the actual login, we want to go ahead and run diagnostics. So what we're going to do is click here on Run Diagnostics. And right now where it says, do you wish to close this window, we're going to say no. And we're going to click on the window behind. Alright, we've run Clientbase browser diagnostics, and this is what we're looking for, are green arrows all the way down. If we have green arrows all the way down, then that means everything is set properly to run Clientbase browser. If any of these fail, make sure you go back and reset your browser as we described earlier. If they're still failing, then we're going to have to do some additional configuring with your browser in order to get these to pass. Once everything is passed, we can go ahead and do our login. So we'll close this page out and this page. Well, wait a moment while it's trying to log in. I'm going to go ahead and pause until we can finally get in. Okay, the login was successful. Now during this process, you may be prompted to load the Internet Explorer browser helpers. If that's the case, you'll get your little band right here that pops up. You would do a right mouse click and say install for all websites if that's the option that it gives you. Once all the browser helpers have been loaded, then I would suggest that you log out and then go ahead and log back in. to make sure that you have access. And I pause the video again just to give it a little time to log in. The worst case scenario is if you just cannot get Clientbase browser to work, you may have to do a resetting of your browser. To do a reset, you would go up to Tools, Internet Options, Advanced, and a reset. And the reset does say you should only do this if your browser is unstable. So this is going to wipe out everything that you've loaded in your browser up to that point, as far as internet helpers and things of that nature, browser helpers. So use this with caution, because this may cause more problems than it solves. Thank you for viewing the eTravelution Learning Center Client-Based Browser Series, Optimizing Internet Explorer 8 for the Client-Based Browser tutorial. So to recap, we talked about client-based browser supported internet browsers, how to upgrade your browser, pre-installation browser setup, running client-based browser diagnostics, logging into client-based browser to verify that you have access, and the worst case scenario, resetting your browser. Once again, thank you for viewing the eTravelution Learning Center Client-Based Browser Series, Optimizing Internet Explorer for the Client-Based Browser Download tutorial.